Hey, this is Life with Shauna Renee here, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This video is worst mechanic versus getting scanned by a mechanic. Let's watch the first video.
This is my nightmare mechanic story time in chronological order because they played in my face, they played in my pockets, and they played in my car, and now I have to say something. Okay, so boom. On the way back home from Austin, Texas, my car stopped accelerating. I took it to AutoZone immediately, so I could put a little scanner in there and just see what was wrong with the car. And they said, oh, looks like one of the misfires is happening on like a spark plug. Just go there. Should be a simple fix. Just get your spark plug replaced. I said, okay, cool. But I still wanted to make sure that my actual mechanic looked at it, so I took it to European Service Center in Houston, Texas. Keep that in mind. I bring it to European Service Center. They're, oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a diagnostic. The diagnostic is $180, but it's waived if you get the service done with us. I said, okay, cool. They do the diagnostic. They have all these things. They look at the diagnostic. They're, oh, you need your brakes changed. You need this. You need this. You need this. And I'm like, okay. But which one of these solutions solves the problem that I brought it here for? And they said, oh, none of them. Oh, none. None of these actually address the acceleration. For that, we actually need another diagnosis. I said, another diagnosis? They're like, yeah, we actually need another diagnosis to really diagnose the problem. So your first diagnosis only proved that we need another diagnosis. I said, that's crazy. That's weird. That's never happened before. But okay, cool. How much is that other diagnosis? The other diagnosis is going to be $150. But once again, it's going to be waived if you get the service done with us. I said, okay, well, now we're like $300 of diagnosis fees. So it's really kind of like you're putting me in a position where I'm either going to know the problem and I'm a paid to just know the problem and not do anything about it, or I feel like you're about to charge me some crazy fee because you know that I'm already strapped in with these fees, whatever. But we do the second diagnosis. The second diagnosis says, okay, well, you need a new wastegate actuator, all right? Your wastegate actuator is super old, it's super, like, whatever, it needs to be changed. That's going to be $1,300 total. I said, really? That's crazy. But, okay, if that's going to solve the problem and that's going to make everything cool, fine, and my car will drive again, whatever it is, whatever it needs, cool. $1,300. We get the car fixed. I'm out. I'm driving again. I go pick it up. I'm on the roads or whatever. So, as I'm driving, 3 days pass. 3 days. In these 3 days, I notice my car is burning gas like crazy. Like, I know, I'm very, like, I've had this car for years, so when I saw the miles going down so quickly, I said, this is weird. Like, my car has never burned gas this fast, but that's new. And it still was not accelerating quickly. I mean, the car was running though, so I had to assume that maybe I'm tripping, maybe I don't really remember how quickly it used to accelerate or whatever, and I'm tripping. On day 4, car stops driving. Same issue, exactly the same lights on the dashboard, and like almost as if nothing had changed. So I was like, that's weird. So I bring it back there. I bring it back. And they said, okay, oh my God, we're so sorry that happened. We're going to check on it again. All right. So this is like the third diagnosis happening. And they're, oh my God, my bad. My bad. It actually wasn't the $1,300 turbo wastegate actuator that was the problem. It was just a spark plug. It was just a spark plug. Okay. How much is that? Oh, it's going to be $600 for the spark plug. But we also can't give you back the $1,300 or take out or undo any of the $1,300 of work that you actually didn't need, that didn't solve the problem. So $1,300 for the work that you didn't need, that was gonna probably maybe like be like something maybe you dealt with in the future, but like, yeah, we can't do anything about that, but we're also gonna need you to go ahead and pay the $600 for to even change the spark plugs. And I said, that's so crazy. That's so crazy, because as I'm on the phone with the woman that's explaining me what the issue is, she's like, oh yeah, this is why we need the spark plugs. She's like, yeah, there's one spark plug on that that's like super old. It definitely needs to be replaced. I'm like, really? It definitely needs to be replaced? How did it take 3 diagnoses? It took 3 diagnoses and nobody ever mentioned the spark plug. AutoZone was able to put the little reader in the car the first time and say, oh, there's a misfire on one of the spark plugs. AutoZone for free. And they said, oh, it should be a pretty cheap solution, maybe like $200-300. But it took y'all seeing my car 3 times to be like, oh my God, how did we miss this in our basic diagnosis? How in our 3 it took us $1,300 to realize that, oh my God, it was just a spark plug. Sorry about that, champ. Sorry about that, champ. It was never a big deal. It was actually just a regular tune-up. Whoops. I said, bro, give me my car. Give me my car back. I called another mechanic because I'm done with them. I called another mechanic after leaving my 1-star Google review and letting people know exactly my situation and exactly what happened, because European Service Center in Houston, Texas blew the fuck out of me. Take 2 of these, call me in the morning. I called another mechanic. I said, hey, do you work on Volkswagen? I said, yeah, we work on Volkswagen. I said, can you do a spark plug? Like, could you replace my spark plugs? They said, yeah. I said, around how much would that cost? I said, would that cost like $500-600? They said, for a spark plug? They said, much less than that. Wow, I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. So yeah, blew the fuck out of me. $1,300 later, I got a new wastegate actuator, and it didn't even remotely solve the problem. Wasn't even remotely the issue. All it needed was a tune-up. Crazy. Just like the typical mechanic trying to make everything a money pit situation. There's no simple solutions. Everything needs all of this work, and everything is, we have all these problems. You need multiple diagnoses and multiple repairs and multiple this, and bring it back for this, so that we can keep finding ways to, this is wrong and this is wrong and this is wrong, so we're going to charge you thousands for this, thousands for this, thousands for this. They tried to tell me that it would cost $190 to over $200 to put an emblem on the front of my car, because my front car emblem fell off during my road trip. So I said, oh yeah, how much would it be to replace that? They said, oh, to glue that emblem on, to buy it and glue it on, not $200. The emblem itself is like $60. Get the fuck out of my face.
Crazy how the mechanics can just take advantage of people, especially women. When they have to bring their husbands, boyfriends, cousins, anybody that is able to talk to them about a car. They have to bring them with them because they just can't get a break. They always get scammed. But let's watch the next video.
This mechanic just tried to get me for $300, and if it wasn't for my job, I would air this out. So, for context, I bought my car in 2017 when it had 23 miles on it. As I sit here right now, it has 44,449 miles on it. So do I drive a lot? No, which means I also don't keep up with maintenance, because, like, what is that? I'm just a girl. Anyway, what it's been doing lately is I be in traffic minding my business, right? And all of a sudden I hit the gas and the whole bitch cut off. I'm like, oh, what's this? Gotta put her in park. I gotta push to start, and then it come back on, and it just be doing that. I was like, oh, this is scary, because, like, who wants to be stopping in the middle of traffic? So I went to AutoZone. They tested my starter, my battery, and my alternator. They said everything was fine. Okay, bet. They was like, it could be this, it could be that. So take it. And I was like, I just got my brakes done. They were like, take it back to the place that you got your brakes done. I take it to them. They tell me it's the cam shift position sensor. I don't know if those is things and those is the right words, but that's what I feel like I remember. So that's what we gonna go with. So I'm talking to them, and they telling me that it's gonna be $300 to change. And now I'm annoyed, because I was not expecting to be spending $300 on my car this close to Christmas, because I had plans to go to Chicago. Anyway, I told them to order part, get it done. They said, okay, cool, bet. It'll be here tomorrow at 10:30. We'll get her done. So, boom. I'm sitting at work. My coworker's like, have you heard anything about your car? And I realized I haven't heard anything about my car. So, ring, ring, ring. I called them up. Hey, I brought my car, and y'all said y'all was going to order the part. It would be here today at 10:30, and y'all would get her in. Just want to make sure everything is good. Oh, yeah, what kind of car do you have? Okay, yeah, hold on. 10 minutes later. Yeah, I see in the order that we ordered it, but the vendor said we never placed the order. And I'm sitting there silent for like 15, 20 seconds, because I'm waiting for her to be like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. It was an oversight on our part. I can order it. I'll get it here. It'll be done first thing in the morning. I'm so sorry. Woo to woo, blah, blah, blah. She does none of that. So finally, I'm like, she really, okay. So I say, is my car ready for pickup? Like, is it all put back together for me to come pick it up? She goes, hold on. 5 minutes later, yeah, everything seems to be put back together, but, we haven't ordered the part. I don't care. I don't like the way y'all conduct yourselves. I'm coming to get my car. Hang up. The only thing was going to happen was they was going to let me pull up, get my car, charge me the $300, and then I would still be having that issue. So I get on my local Facebook group, and all the girlies is like, go to this guy, go to this guy, go to this guy. We're going to call him Charlie. Go to Charlie, go to Charlie, go to Charlie. So I called Charlie, and I'm on the phone with him, right? They said he grumpy, but he good, and he answered the phone, and he should have just said what, because was he grumpy? Yes. Anyway, I'm talking to homie on the phone, and I'm explaining to him what's going on, and he was like, you know, I don't really trust the diagnosis of this other place, because there's so many times where they've told people they need brakes or they need this, and then they come here and they don't need those things. So, like, what exactly is happening? So I explained the whole situation to him, right? And he goes, when was the last time you put oil in your car? And I'm like, sir, what's that? He goes, huh? And I'm like, okay, I should stop playing. I said, sir, I don't know. I get oil changes, and that's it. I've never purchased oil for this car. I don't even know where to find it. I don't do that. And he goes, well, in your kind of car, when you're low on oil or out of oil, it sends off cam shift sensor issues, and that's probably what's going on here. And I'm like, so it just needs oil? Okay, then I'm going to have them put oil in it. He said, okay, but they done told you need a $300 fix, so if the issue is really just oil, you really think they're going to be honest with you? I said, oh, that's a good question. So my friend picked me up, take me to the shop. I get my car. There's a dude standing out there, and I was like, did y'all check the oil? Did y'all do this? He was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, well, can you put, he checked the oil, and he was like, oh, yeah, you're low. He added 1 quart, and he was like, okay, you're back in the safe zone. As soon as I leave that mechanic, my car is messing up. And I'm like, what? How? So I called Charlie. Charlie was like, okay, you know, bring it in, we'll do blah, blah, blah. So I dropped it off. I'm at work. So I called Charlie. He's like, hey, so, yeah, you still were about a quart of oil short. So instead of just putting oil in it, I went ahead and did an oil change. And I've driven it around twice and it hasn't cut off. Do you mind if one of my guys drives it further out just to see if it's going to cut off one more time? Because otherwise, I think the issue has been fixed. I was like, Charlie, you could take it 30 minutes away if you need to. Go ahead, sir. So I get off work, go up there, and he was like, yeah, so we drove it around. It didn't cut off. What I want you to do is drive your car around like usual and let me know if it cuts off. I was like, okay, bet. How much for the oil change? He was like, I don't care about the oil change. I want to make sure that I fixed your car and you're not stopping in the middle of traffic because that could be really dangerous for you. So I want you to go drive it for a couple days like you normally do and let me know how it go, and then, you know, we'll take it from there. I said, bet. I've been driving my car around, and guess what ain't happened? It ain't stopped. So, fucking, oh, I almost said the place. You were about to charge me $300 for something. I'll even give you a $60 oil change, which shouldn't have cost that much. But you was really getting ready to charge me $300 over something that could have been fixed for $30? And this is why women don't trust mechanics.
Like I said, that's why you have to bring another family member that's a male with you when you go to the mechanic, because they'll rip you off. It's crazy. Even looking for a car, you gotta do that. Now, what do y'all think about my video? You know what to do. Comment below. This is Life with Shauna Renee, and I'm out. Bye.